Next thing we're going to talk about is the whiteboard. So on Wodify, what we have is the option to basically see where we stack up. So you can see again, I've logged into my app here. I'm on the WOD page. I'm going to click those three little lines or the menu button, and then I'm going to scroll down to the fourth one down, which is the whiteboard. Make sure that you're on the right program that you want to be on. And you can hit the icon for the males, you can hit the icon for the females, and you can scroll through and see kind of where you stack up. Another really cool thing that you can do is you can like people's performances. You can also comment on other people's performances, just to let them know that they're doing a good job or that you really, like working out with them or anything like that. A little bit of a social interaction there that you can do with the different, with the whiteboard. Ready? So the next thing we're going to talk about is our performance history. Again, logging in, you can see I'm right on the first page here with the workout. I'm going to hit the menu, and I'm going to scroll down to my performance history. Here at the very top, it has a list of different performances: gymnastics, lifting, metcons, totals, or you could even add your own in there. We'll go to something pretty simple. You can see here we'll go to a bench press. Once I see this, I can type in a different measure if I wanted to see what type of performance that I wanted. For example, bench press, wanted to see what my heaviest lift was. So I'm going to scroll through here. The first thing it will do, it will give you your, when it comes to weightlifting, it will give you your max performance. So you can see if I scroll down here, your performance record, heaviest weight lifted, and then it also gives you a breakdown of what those percentages are, starting at 95% all the way down to 55%. And then the next page is pretty much your history. So you can see if you have a lot of performances, you can have a lot of pages right here. You can tell I have a lot of performances because I have 5 pages, 20, 30 some performances per page. So there's a lot of bench pressing in there. If I continue to scroll down, you can see there's a bench press history over time, and it actually gives me a performance chart. So you can see the different weights that I've lifted over the years, going through a couple of years here for the performance history. You can do the same for any benchmark workout. Again, metcons, you can see some of the, here we go, we'll go to the mile run. You can see some of the performance histories, all of your performances. A cool thing about this is if you look, one, you're going to see your personal record, but two, if you're going to look at a performance and maybe you'll notice that it has some notes, there's a little icon here that shows the notes. If I hit on that, I ran a 7-minute mile, but you can see here when I look at it, it says that I ran it with a 20-pound vest. So that might be good information to know, and you can click any of these performances here and see what notes maybe that you wrote yourself. So really good to write yourself notes about what you did, especially if you run a mile and you wear a 20-pound weight vest. And that's good.
Do you have more with the phone?
Yeah, I've got nutrition journal, the settings, and then we'll do the first, yeah. So I'll just...
yeah, keep going.
Okay. All right, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is our nutrition journal. Again, you can see right here, I've got the app opened up to the WOD page. I'm gonna click the menu button, and I'm gonna scroll down to the nutrition journal. Now the first thing that pops up is a stats page. Cool thing about the stats page, first off, you can see here it says water. You can type in how much water you drink in a day. Cool thing that it does here, it's got a little water bottle icon. If I hit that icon, you can see it automatically hits 16 ounces because in my settings, I've defaulted to 16-ounce water bottle because that's mostly what I drink. So if I drink 4 of those in a day, 2, 3, and then 4, you can see I've drank 64 ounces of water. Pretty simple and easy way to track that. I can also, if I weigh myself on a regular basis, actually I lied, let's try that again. I can type in my weight. Ow, 179. That's low for me. I just so happen to have tracked my sleep last night, so I know that it was, I know that it was 7 hours and 15 minutes. So I can write that. And then you have your own comments. So the comment section becomes real important when we do nutrition challenges because that's where we track our macros, and we track the things that we're doing, like avoiding calorie beverages or eating only whole foods, some of the different things that we will have in the nutrition challenge. Or if a coach asks you to, let them know every time that you, again, have a sugary beverage or don't eat whole foods. It's a good way for us to track that. The next thing, and you can write those in those notes, you're writing essentially to a message to your coach that they will be able to see. You can see here the next page, right, is the food page. And this is kind of like sending a text message to your coach. You can see each one of these has a different time frame, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. You can write in, exactly what you ate. You can write in exactly what you ate. You can get as detailed as possible. Usually a coach is going to encourage you to do that. You can also, when we do nutrition challenges, is where you can track your macros. But it gives you an idea of, one, it gives a coach idea of how much you're eating, and more importantly, when you're eating. And you would do that throughout the day. Once you are done, once you get out of this page, and you can close this and then come back to it and it will save. Once you are done with that, you can hit a request review, and that will send a message to your designed nutrition coach, and they will be able to send you a review, which you can see once you have a review. The far corner here is your reviews, and you can actually scroll through and see those reviews as they come up. All right, I'm gonna keep rolling here.
I'm gonna stop this actually.
Somebody texted me.
Boom.
All right, guys. One of the last things, or even one of the first things that we're gonna talk about is your settings page. Again, you can see I've logged in. I've got the today's WOD up, and I'm gonna go to the menu, and I'm gonna go ahead and click the settings here. You can do a lot of things in the settings. You can see the list of things here, changing your password or your PIN. If you go to your profile, you can click that. You can change, this is where you would add an image or change your image. You can change your email, phone number, any of your contact information. You can see down here, this is also where you would assign your nutrition coach. So for example, if I'm talking to you and I say, hey, make sure you go in your settings and put my name as your nutrition coach, you can type that in. You can see, you don't even have to type it in. You can just scroll through. I don't know why I would be my own nutrition coach, but I totally could be. And you would find, oh, I can't be, which makes sense. But you would find your nutrition coach, click that, scroll down, make sure that all of this information is correct, and click save. A little green bar comes up letting you know that everything is good. Again, you can go in and update your privacy settings. So, things like the whiteboard, making the whiteboard public, your birthday public, social interaction, these things. You can just click the lock button here. Maybe. It's like I lied. There we go. You just click the button, the little lock there, and it will unlock them. or lock them, whichever you prefer. Notifications, you can see here, you can scroll through. If you don't want specific emails or any kind of notifications, you can go through and click what you don't want. Social integrations, you can link this to your Facebook, to your Twitter, if that's what you're into. Most important probably is your payment information. Make sure that you have some form of payment information, especially if you are purchasing drinks or supplements. We like to make sure that everybody has a card on file. You can see here, you can also make your cash a default payment. We want to make sure that everybody has some form of a payment method, whether it's a card, whether it's cash, or whether it's a check. You can always update or add your new cards right here on your phone or from your computer in your settings. It's as simple as going to add payment, go through the type of payment, right? Type in your information for the card, scroll through and click add that card, and it will update all of your payment information. And waivers, if you ever have any waivers or need an updated waiver, you can click them right through here. If you have one that you need to sign, it will let you know that you need to sign that particular waiver. And nice little information for me. If you have any feedback whatsoever that you would want to give to the gym, the feedback box is right here, kind of a little bit of a comment box. Suggestion box, if you will. You can, just like a text message, you can type in a message and that will be sent to me, the owner of the gym. And you can click this little box to keep it anonymous if you want, or not. And then you could send that to me. So that's a nice little feature that we have there as well. And that's pretty much it.